How's everyone doing out there tonight? This is Undead Nightmare 24, back with a video. Hope everyone's doing well out there. Um, it's going to be a review for a film I just watched. Um, I'm still pretty much undecided how I feel about this film. It's a crazy film, but yeah, it just left me like pretty much speechless after watching this. So this is going to be a title I did pick up on the Severin Mid-Year Sale, and it is a title from Intervision. It's going to be 2000's The Masturbating Gunman. Crazy title. This is has another title. It's called also The Masked Avenger versus Ultra Villain and the Layer of the Naked Bikini. So that's a pretty wild title as well. This is directed by Mark Savage. He also directed Purgatory Road, a film I did enjoy, a slasher from Unearthed Films. This stars Robin Brennan and Nene Powell. Robin Brennan's the main star of this film. He is the masturbating assassin, what he's called in this film. Um, he also has, we have Nene Powell playing Sister Van Hoot, and she's actually a real sister, and not a real sister, but in the movie, a sister, a nun, and she's also his sister, so there's a family tie there. This is like an action comedy. Let's get into the plot of this film. It's basically about you got this guy, he's an assassin, he's known as the masturbating assassin, and he's pretty much an expert on rescuing kidnapped people and killing pretty much bad guys. He's a expert in gunmanship or whatever with guns. But it pretty much starts off with his story. He's trying to find this guy. These bad guys that kidnapped this girl, and he has the husband who's gonna pay him, and pretty much his sense to find this girl is by sniffing her panties. He sniffs them, and he knows a lot about her. He even tells the husband that she's pregnant and that it's going to be a boy just by sniffing her panties. And the husband's like, "What? I'm sterile." So he's like, "What the fuck?" And he leaves all sad from the office. But anyways, you see him go to rescue the girl, and he's takes out these bad guys in a pretty cool way. You got him shooting them pretty viciously, and then you have it is low budget, so the gunshots kind of look like flashes. It's pretty hilarious. And then you got he pulls one of the guy's intestines out and swings it at one of the other bad guys, and he pulls the gun out of his hand. That was probably my favorite scene of the film. But as he's doing this, there's one of the bad guys has a pretty much a girl in a bikini. She starts to pretty much, show her goods to him, and that's his weakness. He starts to pleasure himself every time a girl comes around him, or just dirty magazines. He'll just fall to the ground and start pleasuring himself. And you see a whole lot of jizz shot out through this film. I've seen in the special features that it was soy milk what they used, and it's just shot all over himself. It's pretty ridiculous. But anyways, yeah, he ends up, that's his specialty. And as he rescues these girls, he has this area in his office where he keeps their panties hung up, and he'll go back to remember and smell them and pleasure himself again. Real odd film. But he has an assistant he's trying to train. It's funny because he tells the assistant, "You got to learn how to sniff these panties," and he pretty much gives him like some nasal spray, and he's all, "You didn't use this today, that's why you weren't able to read these women," or something like that. And it's real odd, man. And then it leads to the main story. You have his sister, who's a nun, get kidnapped. You have this villain. His name's Helmut Gunta, and he's this menacing guy that pretty much needs to find a virgin. He wants to mate with her to have his own seed, but he needs a virgin and have the next generation of evil. And he has an army of these guys with ski masks and kind of like blue overalls. That's what the gunman also wears, but he wears like this kinky like mask, a latex mask. But yeah, it's a real odd film. And then so it has him trying to rescue her. The way she leaves a scent for him to rescue her, she drops her panties on the floor, and he can smell them and kind of track her down. It's real crazy. And anyways, you got her captured by these guys, and she knows that the boss's weakness is he has to keep her a virgin. So she pretty much starts to flirt with all the villains, and pretty much it leads to pretty much a gangbang on the nun. It's real. I mean, that's a crazy scene. That it's not your thing. I wouldn't recommend this, but yeah, it leads to that. And these guys are just drinking beers, like 40 ounces, and taking their line to go with her. It's real crazy. But at the same time, she's stealing their guns. And there's a real odd moment after that where they go. So anyways, this film is very, wild. How can I say it? I can't even think about it, but how to put it in words. But yeah, it leads to the final showdown. It's pretty cool. You got him trying to rescue her, but his weakness is women. They have women traps that'll, like I said, lead to him pleasuring himself, and that's how they try to kill the guy. So that's pretty much the film. I don't even know what to think of this film, honestly. But I it got an hour and a half away. I did find enjoyment in it, but I can't recommend it to everyone because it's pretty odd and could be offensive at times. But I'm gonna give it at the end of the day the Undead okay. It's an okay film. If you want to watch this, I would find it on a stream or get it on sale. I wouldn't pay the full price for this film. Um, that's pretty much I gotta talk about the film, man. It's just there. I'm still speechless, like I said. That is the 2000s, The Masturbating Gunman from Intervision Titles. That's my review and my opinion on it. Um, Thank you guys for tuning in. I hope everyone's having a great weekend out there. Stay safe, be kind to each other. Like, comment, subscribe. I'd like to hear what you guys think. And this is Undead Nightmare 24 back with a video.